3 runs.
Full count. Hakopian lines that one into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Lambros coming around. Throw is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Eddie Hakopian. And the Terps up 7-1. He is 2 for 2 on base all 3 times.
Yeah, he's having a day.
Kevin Keister lined out to right field in his first at-bat. Let's see what he can do in his second. Here's a 3-1 count. He hits that one. Diving stop by Baracani. It gets under his glove. Here comes Honar around. Going to be a play at the plate. Throw is cut off. It's 2-0. Kevin Keister with an RBI single, and the Terps double their lead. Johnson out of the wind. Trithal drives that one into right. Going back is the right fielder, Jacob Orr, and that ball is over the fence. The Retrievers cut the lead in half as Trithal goes yard. He hits his first home run of the season. Waits on a 2-2 from Lavin, and he hits that one on the ground, and that is in to center field for a base hit. Iannazo has reached all 3 times, and it's his second single of the game as he goes right up the middle. A Let's Go Terps chant has broken out here at the Bob. 1-2. And that one is driven into center field. Lambros moving, and that one is over his head. It's going to bounce off the wall. Coming to third is Petoza. He will hold. It is a 1-out double for Shea Grady. And just like that, the Bulldogs have the tying run coming to the plate. Have been some fun plays, as this one is hit well into left field. Going back is Martin, and we have a tie game. I just keep jinxing myself. Christian Williams has gone deep, and it's 1-1 here in the 5th. As Braden Martin digs in for his 3rd at-bat. Terps trying to get the offense going against Nick Ferrazzi. First pitch, Martin shows Bunny, lays one down. It's a good one, and that one is going to just roll fair. It's a leadoff bunt single for Braden Martin. Here's a ground ball through the hole and right. 1 run will score. They're going to wave home a second, and they're going to not be able to get him. Calarco upset. That throw beat him, but it was just a little bit offline, so Calarco had to move back to his left. And so the Spartans have reclaimed the lead 3-1. 0-1 to Honar is tapped right in front of the plate. Craig has to come down. It'll be the catcher Paris who spins, and they're going to call him safe. Oh, I thought that throw beat him. But Honar able to leg out an infield single, and the Terps take an early lead here 1-0 as Braden Martin comes around. And he delivers an 0-2. That one is lined into left field, and that is going to find a spot. 1 run will score, 2 runs now in. Being held at third. It is a 2-run double, and UMBC takes the lead. Matthew Best absolutely hammered that one into the corner. Now here with the Retrievers in his senior year. Here's the pitch, and Hakopian lines that one out into center field. He's got a leadoff single. Even with a little one-handed reaching swing, he still has enough to poke it into the outfield, and the leadoff man is on here for Maryland. 1-2 count. Daniels comes set out of the stretch, and Hakopian taps that one into left field. It finds the grass. Hakopian rounds second and will stay put at 2. So the brothers are on first and second. Good look here for Sam Honar as he comes for his 3rd at-bat. Here's a 2-2 count. McManus deals, and Valencius hits that one high into center field. Back goes Elijah Lambros near the wall, and that one is over his head for a home run. Vitas Valencius has gone deep, and the Illini have begun to dig into this Terps lead as the score is now 7-2 as Valencius hit that one right out to his former teammate Elijah Lambros, and that one's got to be pretty sweet, isn't it, Nate?
Yeah.
Full count. And Honar lines that one into center field. That's a base hit. Swope is going to wave Martin around. There's going to be a play at the plate, and Martin is in safely. Sam Honar with an RBI single, and the Terps extend their lead to 4-0. 1 for 2, the single and a strikeout, and he goes after the first pitch here. Diving stop by Hackett, but it gets under his glove. Coming around to score is Calarco. Another run for the Terps. Elijah Lambros with his second single of the game. 2-2 from McManus, and Harding hits that one right back to Joey. What a play as he's fired up and tosses over to Eddie Hakopian. So he surrenders a run, but Maryland still with the lead here, 7-4 as the Illini get 2, but the Maryland lead intact. Full count. McManus deals. Williams hits a ground ball. Hakopian over to second for 1. Honar to first. Double play. There's that ground ball, Oliver. And so McManus gives up the lead, but the Terps just down by 2. As we said in the opener, that fastball in the upper 80s. 3-2 count, and Barnum swings and misses. He goes fishing at an off-speed pitch in the dirt, and there are 2 outs now. It'll be up to James Myler. Frank originally from Strongsville, Ohio, and from that name, he's been an Ironman in the last 2 seasons. A lot of playing time, good durability, and he lines that one out to left center field. Martin circling on the run, he makes the catch. Martin showing off the speed there. Good hit from Frank, but it results in an out. They're 2 away. Full count, and Barakani goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Melendez. So it will be up to Kyle Eddington to extend the inning. 0-2 here to Harding, and he taps that one to third. Hakopian fields it to Honar, but he misses it at second. Everybody is safe, and going over to third is Jacob Schroeder. So now the Illini have runners on the corners here with 1 out. Quagliano, 44 RBIs on the season. First pitch to him from McManus, and this is a ground ball to third. Hakopian to Honar at second, over to Eddie, and he keeps his foot on the bag this time. The Terps able to turn the double play, and that gets McManus out of the inning. Great job by the infielders there. That came in the third. Martin still in first. There he goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down is in time to get him. That's a hose from Camden Janik, and that ends the inning. Martin picked off. Melendez looks in, now fires on a 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck out 3 in a row, and UMBC strands a pair. Nice work there from Omar. Welcome back to the Maryland Baseball Network. The top of the 4th about to get underway. Daniel Stein alongside Ben Strober. It's a 0-0 game here in Baltimore as the Terps have the top of the order to get things started. And Ben, it has been a really slow game. There's a new pitcher in for the Retrievers, and it's Sam Bell, the right-hander. So Eddie Sargent just pitched 3 perfect innings and left.
I mean, it's crazy, and there could be a lot of things to attribute that to. Of course, Sargent was dialed in. He was striking and throwing his heater, just like his favorite artist, NBA Youngboy. But nevertheless, the Terps got here with only about 30 minutes to get ready, so the bats have not quite got going. Let's see if they can do it here in the 4th.
I'm sure that's what Braden Martin said as he came up to the plate. Let's do it. First pitch from Bell is taken just inside for a ball. Martin 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to second to start the game. It's a righty versus lefty matchup here. The 1-0 pitch from Bell. Martin, always patient, takes a strike to even the count. Bell on the season, 8 appearances, only 6 innings of work. He's allowed 5 earned runs, issued 6 walks. Here's a 1-1. Martin takes a strike, and it's 1-2. Martin originally committed to Florida State, flipped his commitment, opted to stay local. He's from Bowie. 1-2. That one below the zone, and it will even the count once again. The young freshman waits on a 2-2 count and takes an off-speed, low and inside. It's full.
He's got such a mature approach for a freshman. It's been really wonderful what Matt Swope has been able to do with him, just to get him in the lineup and play the outfield, and get him in that leadoff spot too is pretty remarkable.
3-2 count from Bell, and Martin takes low, and there's your first base runner for the Terps. It is a leadoff walk here in the 4th for Braden Martin.
How about that? I mean, that's almost leadership quality from your freshman left fielder right there. Really great at bat to get the first base run of the game. Let's see if his teammates can follow suit with him.
Got the right guy up at the plate. Chris Hakopian having a fantastic season, hitting .349 in his freshman campaign. First pitch, it looked like a slider that maybe goes out of the zone for ball 1. Hakopian 0 for 1, flew out to right. Martin on first, he's got a lot of speed. Bell looks back now, fires on a 1-0, and that one bounces off the plate. Good block there by the catcher, Derek Paris. 2-0 to Chris.
We'll see how aggressive Swope decides to get here on the base pass. I mean, haven't really been able to get anything going. This might be a chance to get some runs manufactured through the steals. We'll have a mound visit.
Yeah, pitching coach for the Retrievers out to talk to Bell. Yeah, and as you said, Ben, I mean, Maryland, they're actually tied for the least amount of stolen bases in the Big Ten. This is a team that has a fair amount of speed. They just don't steal very much. So it will be interesting to see. Although I will also be interested to see how aggressive Hakopian is at the plate. 2-out count. You think he's got the green light here?
I would say for sure. I mean, Chris Hakopian, a guy, if you leave him a fastball center cut, he's going to do damage. We saw him do damage with it yesterday, that home run in the first inning. And, you know, he's got to be thinking about that here in this at-bat. It could change this entire game with one swing. Complete opposite from the game a week ago in College Park.
Yep, the game a week ago, 13-12, a win for Maryland. It was just scoring all over the place, but still zeros here. So it's a 2-0 count on Hakopian, and he opts to take, and it's a strike, 2-1. Hakopian, the freshman from Potomac, Maryland, joined Maryland to play with his brother Eddie. He's over at first base tonight. Hakopian takes downstairs for ball 3. Braden Martin staying put on first. The older Hakopian, Eddie, waits on deck. Hakopian offers his bat to the pitcher, now puts it back near his right ear. He waits on a 3-1, and he hits that one high. It's going to go foul, and it will bounce onto the track out there to the left of us. Full count. Hakopian, the team leader in slugging percentage as well as runs scored. Waits on a full count, and he lines that one foul. Look out. That one was close to the dugout.
That's what happens when Chris Hakopian barrels the ball up, probably about 100 miles an hour off the bat right there, right towards that UMBC dugout. And there's a couple of guys standing right outside of it. They were in some danger right there.
Just absolutely pounds the ball almost every time. 3-2 count. And Hakopian lines that one again. Look out. He's really close to that left field dugout. Man, one of those players just did a jump.
Yeah, did that not hit him?
It looked pretty close. I couldn't tell. It didn't make a noise as if it hit the fence, so I'm not sure where it landed.
I think if it hit him, he'd be in a lot of pain, so I'm guessing it didn't.
That's true. So we'll do it again. Another full count. Top of the 4th. 0-0. Martin on first. And there he goes. That one taken below the zone. Hakopian walks. So the Terps have first and second with nobody out, and Eddie Hakopian coming up to the plate.
How quickly things can change. Eddie Sargent is in. We're going to get a bullpen change right here. Sargent gave up nothing. 3 clean innings from him. They elect to go to Sam Bell, and we're already going to have a change. 2 walks right here with Maryland, one of their best hitters, of course, coming up. And that's how quickly a game can really change here in the 4th.
So Bell comes in, walks 2 batters, and comes out. The Retrievers are going to the bullpen, and we will be back in just a minute here on MBN. Welcome back to Maryland Baseball Network. A new pitcher is in the game for the UMBC Retrievers, and his name is Ben Craig. He's a left-handed sophomore from Kieseltown, Virginia, a small town in southwest Virginia. Not had the best start to the season, only 7.1 innings pitched, a 22.09 ERA. Of course, that number is heavily inflated with the lack of innings he's thrown. He's got a tough matchup here. 2 runners on, no one out, and Eddie Hakopian at the plate. First pitch is swung on, and right to Barakani at short. They're able to get one at second, throw over to first, and they turn it. Wow, so a double play there from the Retrievers. Martin is safe at third, but both Hakopians, I should say, out on the base paths.
Yeah, 6-4-3. Can't draw it up any better if you're UMBC right there. Of course, Martin advances to third, but now 2 outs, takes the sacrifice out of play. Just have to rely on Craig to get 1 out here.
And that was the perfect situation because now you get a lefty-lefty matchup with Sam Honar. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1.
Asked Honar on the bus if he was a little bit antsy because of the long wait with the bus ride, and he said, you know, we've been through this in the fall, some short prep games.
0-1 to Honar is tapped right in front of the plate. Craig has to come down. It'll be the catcher Paris who spins, and they're going to call him safe. Oh, I thought that throw beat him. But Honar able to leg out an infield single, and the Terps take an early lead here 1-0 as Braden Martin comes around.
And that's just hustle and grit from the Iowa transfer. Of course, maybe one of the softest hit balls he's had all season, and he's just barely able to leg it out. That was a pretty good play by Paris to get to it. Great throw as well, but just hit too softly and kind of right in that no man's land between home and the pitcher's mound.
So here's the first pitch to Kevin Keister. Takes a ball outside. So now Honar on first, 2 outs, and the captain up at the plate. I thought Craig was going to try to go for that play just by how he came off the mound, but Paris called him off. There goes Honar. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Throw down is not in time. The second baseman, Eddington, looked like had the ball but just kind of bobbled it a little bit, and Honar swipes it back.
And that was a great throw from Paris as well. Eddington wasn't able to hold on. He put it right on the foot of where the tag should have been applied.
So Honar collects his 5th stolen base of the season. That leads the team. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3-0 count here on Kevin Keister. Alex Calarco waits on deck. Craig looks in, gets the sign, now comes set. Looks back twice, and now fires, and that one taken at the top of the zone for a strike. Kevin Keister lined out to right field in his first at-bat. Let's see what he can do in his second. Here's a 3-1 count. He hits that one. Diving stop by Baracani. It gets under his glove. Here comes Honar around. Going to be a play at the plate. Throw is cut off. It's 2-0. Kevin Keister with an RBI single, and the Terps double their lead.
And how about that? Kevin Keister, your captain, coming through with a guy in scoring position, a run purely manufactured by this Maryland team, an infield single that went about 5 feet from home plate, a stolen base, and then the captain driving Honar in. It doesn't really get any better than that for Maryland.
So Keister now aboard. Alex Calarco, the switch hitter, will bat righty. And before the first pitch, we get a throwback to first. Keister back in time. Calarco, of course, tremendous power. Another throwback to first. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs. Infield playing straight up. Keister with a small lead over there at first. First pitch from Craig is a fastball outside for ball 1. Calarco, that power comes with a price. He's the team leader in strikeouts, but has not struck out today. Second pitch here, that one runs inside and hits him. Calarco will take first base as he overhand chucks the bat. And so the Terps again have 2 on here with 2 outs. Jacob Orr, who almost hit one out of here in his first at-bat, will come up to the plate.
We made a bid back in the third for sure. That was one of the few hard-hit balls the first time through the order. Him and Keister were really the only 2 that made solid contact against Eddie Sargent, but this is a big chance, 2 on and 2 out.
So here's Orr, batting from the right side. He takes a ball below the zone. Coming into this game, Orr was hitting .298 with a .425 on-base percentage, also 16 RBIs. 2 on, 2 out, 1-0. Is a fastball that misses as well. 2's all over the place now. So Craig comes set, looks back twice, now 3 times, now fires on a 2-0, and that hits the zone, 2-1. Kevin Keister, a Maryland kid himself from Frederick, went to Thomas Johnson High School, waits on a 2-1, and he swings and grounds that one foul, headed towards the retriever dugout. We'll do it again on a 2-2. Waiting on deck for Maryland is Charlie Glennon. 2-2 count. No one being held on. Craig deals, and Orr takes outside. Paris did his best to show that one to the ump, but calls it a ball, and we're full. Runners will be on the move on a 3-2 count to Jacob Orr. Here's the pitch. And Orr grounds that one to second. Eddington will go to first and get the out. So the inning comes to an end, but Maryland gets 2 on a pair of RBI singles. UMBC will look to respond after the break. Don't go anywhere. We're on MBN. Welcome back to the Maryland Baseball Network. Daniel Stein, Jack Suzanen here for the call. 8-1, Terps starting to pull away here from the Bryant Bulldogs. Kenny Littman returns to the mound for inning number 6 as Justin Hackett will step in for the Bulldogs. Here's the first pitch, and it's a strike.
Sad to report to all of you, both Daniel and I, big losers in the first edition of Dance for a Chance this year. We'll get them next time, buddy.
We will. That one misses outside. Littman, so far, Jack, he's had a pretty good start, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. Again, what the key is the length that they're getting out of him, which we had not seen so far this year. He's cut down on the walks as well. Came into this inning 80 pitches, so you figure this is probably going to be his last inning.
And, of course, he partly got through it, but now 3rd time through the order here. It's usually where things start to happen, so to speak.
Yeah.
That one outside, and it's an even count, 2-2 on the leadoff man, Hackett.
Yeah, he's been very, very good today. He's doing exactly what you want from him.
2-2. And Hackett goes down swinging. 1 out here as the Terps go around the horn. That will put the first baseman, Carmine Petoza, to the plate for his 3rd at-bat. Grounded out in the 1st, walked in the 4th.
It's now 7 strikeouts for Littman, which ties his Maryland high.
First pitch to Petoza is popped up down the left field line. That one's going to go foul.
7 came last year against Northeastern in one of his midweek starts that he made.
Kenny Littman, of course, he's been around the block a couple times, went to Denison.
Yep.
And now over here with the Terps.
D3 All-American at Denison.
Showing some of that All-American talent here. 0-1 is upstairs. Petoza, 3 hits on the season. Hitless here today. 1-1. Good off-speed pitch there in the zone, and Littman's ahead, 1-2.
Man, everything is working for him today. And again, so good for him. He wasn't bad in his last couple outings, but you know, you'd like to see a little bit more as that one bounces to the plate. It's 2-2, but you'd like to see a little bit more, and boy, he's giving him more today. This is his longest outing on the season now that he's gotten that out.
Yeah, and the big question, Jack, is, you know, going into the season was always who's going to step up in this Maryland pitching staff. And Littman, he took the Friday night role, and on this Friday night, he's making a pretty good name for himself here, pitching almost to a quality start.
Yeah, and we don't have the star talent of Savicool or Dean or Ramsey here anymore, but Kenny Littman, you know, I think for the rest of this Maryland rotation, you're hoping that they can give you these 5-6 innings. You're not expecting them to go 7-8 every time. Like, that's
right.
It's unreal. Maybe you'll get it once or twice, but you can go 5-6 innings, only allow 1 run. Sign anyone up for that any time.
3-2 pitch just missed. Looked like a pretty good one there from Lippman, but instead it's Petosa's second walk of the afternoon.
Third baseman Shea Grady.
Shea Grady now to the plate.
We'll be interested to see when Maryland goes to the bullpen, who they go to, because they used a lot of pitching against VCU. So we'll see who it is that comes out of the pen. But I think the main thing you want is Lippman to get out of this inning.
A couple pitchers maybe stretching out, but no one throwing yet, as the first pitch to Grady is in there for a strike. We have a brief pause in the action here as a ball has just rolled onto the mound.
It was from the bullpen at Bryant, a wild pitch over there. Looks like it's Sarcone doing the most stretching in the Maryland bullpen.
Meanwhile, Bryant's got a lefty up in the bullpen. We'll work to identify who that is.
I'll work on that. You call the game.
Thanks, Jack. 0-1. And Grady kind of knuckles that one out into right. Coming in is Martin. He can't make the catch. That's a fair ball. And it's a long single for Shea Grady. So now the Bulldogs have 2 on with 1 out.
Grady's been good today. 2 for 3.
Lewis Barnum.
He hit that double that was about a foot away from being a homer. The rest of this lineup, though, has not done too much.
Especially the top of the order. That top 3, the 2 Gavins up top, hasn't done a lot so far.
Just
really
surprising.
the middle of the order that's gotten it done. There's a first pitch strike to Lewis Barnum.
And that, I think, has been the most impressive part of Lippman's outing, are these first pitch strikes. I don't have the exact number of how many it's been, but he's getting ahead of guys, and, again, that's so, so important, especially for a pitcher who's struggled with the walks over the course of the season so far.
Here's the 0-1 from Lippman. And that one misses outside. Sun has started to set.
It's a bit chilly.
It's getting a little bit chilly. That one inside did not hit Barnum, though. 2-1. Waiting on deck is James Myler for the Bulldogs, and that one fouled into the net. It will be 2-2. Barnum walked in the second, struck out in the fourth. He's facing another 2-strike count. Chants are back. Let's go, Maryland. It's going to be a 2-2 count. Lippman comes set and deals. And he strikes out Barnum again. Blew a fastball by him. Hang another K for Kenny. And there are 2 outs.
There is the official Maryland high for Kenny Lippman with 8 strikeouts on the day now. Congrats to him. He's had a really good outing.
Yeah, he has done a really good job mixing those off-speed pitches and the fastballs at the right time, too. I mean, that's a fastball in the zone, but he just blew it by him. So here's Myler. 2 outs, 2 on. And the first pitch is another fastball for a strike. Lippman so far just taking his time. He's working with that pitch clock. It's set at 20 seconds, I believe. 0-1 to Myler. Rears back and swings that one into the Bryant dugout. Looks like it might have hit the screen on that side. It's 0-2. Crowd here at the Bob getting a little rowdy. Little rowdy after that
Little. Just a little bit. They'd be getting pretty rowdy if he gets a strikeout here.
0-2, and Myler fouls that one back.
Barely got a piece of that.
It's a pretty good-sized crowd for the Bob.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say for a Friday night game against Bryant, it's not bad.
And, you know, fairly chilly. It's
Yeah.
not quite summer weather yet. Here's the 0-2. And Myler strikes out. 9 Ks for Kenny Lippman.
One outing.
What an outing. He's earned that quality start and more. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th now. Calarco to lead it off for the Terps. You're listening to the Maryland Baseball Network. Don't go away.